Hi everyone, welcome back to my next video. Today we're going to meet Debra. And Debra, she claims she was inspired by me, but I think she is going to inspire you. You know, anyone can do this, and we're going to hear her story, and anyone can do this. That's the words we're aiming for. And those were your words.
Yes, they were.
So tell us about that.
Well, I was walking across a parking lot one day, and I didn't know there was a Bob. And I saw this rig for sale, and it's a 1999 Ford Explorer four-wheel drive with 80,000 miles on it for $2,500. And I thought, I have to buy this. I don't know why. So I did. And then I took it home and started doing some camping. And because where I live, I've got desert, I've got mountains all around me. And I thought, I want to make it more comfortable so I don't have to be in a tent. You know, I'm getting older, tent gets a little tough.
Right.
So I started on YouTube, because YouTube's where you go to learn anything these days, right? And I met Bob. And he was my inspiration. And he showed me through his videos and doing this with other people that I could do it. And I wasn't handy with tools. I didn't have a design, but I thought, I'm going to give this a try. And so I thought about it and thought about it and thought about it, and then I just started building. And I made mistakes. You know, I cut a board crooked or cut it the wrong length. But in the end, here we are.
But the carpentry police didn't come and knock on your door.
Well, I had some good laughs with myself.
Yes.
You know.
If you can laugh at it, that's the best.
Why did I think that was going to fit?
Right.
Things like that. But, you know, nothing big, nothing major, nothing that was a game breaker. You know, and I did it.
Right. So you just picked up your tools, and you must have figured out a basic plan.
I did.
And again, initially you were just taking camping trips in it.
Correct. And I wanted it to still be a functional vehicle.
Right.
So I wanted everything to be modular. So I could just turn it sideways and pull it out, which I can.
And you're still not full-timing. These are still just camping trips.
I have future plans of going for longer periods of time.
Right.
I live in a community where it gets very, very hot in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take off for 3 months this next summer.
And how much better will your life be? Because you're kind of a nature-oriented person
I'm a
anyway.
hiker.
You're a hiker,
Yeah.
camper.
I backpacked a great deal in my younger days. I backpacked around Australia and New Zealand.
Uh-huh.
Backpacked through 37 states in the U.S. So I was thinking about it, and I think one of the reasons that I learned to be effectively minimalist was because of my backpacking experience.
Right.
It teaches you that.
If it's got to fit on your back, there can't be much of it.
Precisely.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the genesis of all of it. It's always been in my blood. I love being outside. It energizes me. I like connecting with the earth. It's just a beautiful way to live.
You and lots of other people.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people. I was a campground host, and people would come in and say, "You're living my dream.
Yeah.
You get paid to go camping."
I intend to be a campground
Really?
host. That's
Oh,
in my
cool.
future plans.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could be out of the heat
Mhm.
and in the beautiful places and get to meet people. You're
Right.
a people person.
Absolutely,
And
100%.
perfect for you.
Yeah.
And get paid. Why not?
Yeah. I went and saw the eclipse in it.
Oh, wow.
And I went all the way up to Salem, Oregon by myself. And slept in it every night. Did some boondocking. You taught me a lot about boondocking.
Good.
Be under the radar, be quiet, be discreet.
Right. And this is the perfect vehicle for that.
Yeah. Even a policeman told me that once. He said, "This is stealth. You're good. Don't worry about it. I'd never stop you."
Right.
So, yeah, and I went up, and then I drove back down the Oregon coast. I did that, and I thought, this is so empowering. This is so wonderful. This is so freeing. And it just went from there.
So it's really important for everyone to know this isn't an all or nothing thing. This
No.
can be just something you do on the side and makes your life so much better.
When I grow up, I'm going to get a van.
Yes.
I'm thinking 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah. And then I might do full time.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. And what a great way to ease into full time.
Sure.
You'll know for sure. Can you live in a tiny space?
I know I can.
You know you can.
I know I can.
And it's for you or not.
Yeah.
Part time might be perfect for you, or full time may be perfect. But you'll know.
I will.
So this is just a design that you came up, you did research, you
Correct.
looked at all the YouTube videos, and this is what you came up with, and it's working really well for you.
Really well.
Really well.
I even made my own sunshade. We'll look at that later.
Yes, and it's a nice one.
Thank you.
So why don't we just start right back here,
Okay.
and you give us an idea of what you've done. So Deborah, why don't you go ahead and give us a tour of your wonderful little home on wheels, and we'll see how you did it.
I'll be happy to.
And you did all the work yourself.
Yes, I did, sir.
Good for you.
One of the things I wanted, because I do a lot of camping, boondocking, I stay on BLM land a lot, is I wanted to be able to have a comfortable chuck wagon sort of like outside kitchen. And I knew I would need a table for food prep and things like that.
Right.
So I put this in, and it just slides out from the bottom of my sleeping platform.
Uh-huh.
And it's quite long. I can take it out very, very far. Usually it only goes out about this far. If I need stability, I made these, okay? Just a little bracket there, a little L bracket.
Very simple.
And then it just fits right here. And then I have little steel pins that drop into there, and that gives it stability. I have one for either side.
So you drilled holes,
Yep.
and then you can even just drop a nail in there the right size.
Yeah, just about that long.
Yeah.
Yeah, little nails. And works beautifully.
And so you just left a gap
Yes.
here so that it slides in and out.
Yes, simple.
Yeah, very, very simple.
This is my kitchen drawer. Everything for my kitchen fits in here. I haven't done dishes in a few days, so it's kind of empty. But I have
We're
three.
busy here.
Yes, I have 3 pots. You know, just the basic things that you need.
Right.
And then if you lift this up, I've got additional storage.
Right. So that's your bed. You built the bed.
Correct.
And that's just a gap between them. Oh no,
Correct.
you got a wall here.
Yes, it's a box.
Right. It's a box.
Yeah, I call it my coffin.
Kind of. Yeah.
And insulation, because you need it,
Right.
and that works great. And I also have some insulation under here, and 2 layers of insulation under my mattress.
And let's say that your mattress pulls back and covers the entire thing. It folds. It has a fold in it, and that's why it looks like it doesn't
Yes,
cover it.
and then it flips up.
Right.
So this helps me be able to have another surface for cooking.
Right.
I just have one of these little guys. They work great. You know,
Yes.
Coleman makes them. This is a gas
Everyone
one.
makes one, yeah.
$25.
Right.
Real simple. The butane goes right there.
Right.
Very simple.
Easy.
Yeah.
The easiest thing in the world to light.
Yes.
And they have this little piezo. You push a button, it lights, and they
Right.
work.
Right.
And keep working.
$25.
Yeah.
So then I decided that I wanted this to be a little bit more organized. So I built this little box, and it's only about that wide. It's only about 18 inches. And it comes out, this comes out. So if I want to use this as a passenger vehicle, I just turn this box sideways and it pulls out.
Right.
I just pull this out.
Everything's removable.
Everything's removable. This
That's how you do it.
is how I take a
Pretty
shower.
fancy.
I made it myself. It's just a, Coke bottle.
Yeah.
Put the straw in there, hot glue it, poke holes in the top, fill it with a funnel.
And
People have been asking, how do you wash your hair?
right.
Of course, the Reflectix on the windows, you gotta have
You've
that.
got to have Reflectix.
I'm a girl, so I painted mine gray because the interior's gray. But I also painted the outside flat black so that it doesn't reflect back for stealth camping.
Right.
And a policeman told me to do that, and he was right.
Yeah. No one can see it then. The
Yeah.
silver really stands out.
It does.
It really does.
It does. This is my sunshade that I made. And when I made this sunshade, I used just regular old shade cloth.
Yeah. You can just buy this. You can buy it on Amazon. And it's real common here in Quartzsite.
This is just PVC pipe
Right.
with caps on the end.
Right.
And these poles,
And you just looped it around and sewn it around the
Yeah.
pipe.
yeah, and then I hold it on with Velcro.
Okay.
And I actually can be underway and keep that on there, and I don't have to worry about it falling off, but I usually put it inside the rig.
Right.
This is one of those things that you use when you take your clothes out of the dryer.
Oh, uh-huh.
And so what I did is just repurpose the tubing.
Right.
This came with it, so I just cut a little hole there, and then I strung my string.
Right.
So now I have a sunshade.
Right.
I have
Very nice.
another one that is waterproof.
Right, you can just change the tarp.
Correct.
Right.
And it velcros on the side, so the side goes down. So if I need a little bit of, you know,
Right, you can see, folks, you can look right through that. It gives you a lot of shade and allows a lot of the wind to blow, so you're not as concerned about it blowing around and flapping itself to death.
what I did is this seat, I took it out, but I can put it back in. It's pretty simple. And I use this for storage. I have my barbecue. I toyed around with this a lot till I got to here. This opens from both sides.
Right.
So if I'm inside, I can still get to my stuff. Okay?
Right.
And it opens just like this.
And just,
Got a little tap light.
of course, more storage underneath and a light so you can even see it.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I just got a little stick. It's in here somewhere. And if I need to, oops, I can prop it open like that.
Very nice. And
I
holding
meant-
that thing open is no fun.
No. And insulation.
Right.
And there's insulation under here. So I never get cold. I've never been cold. This is my shower. Everything that I need if I go to a truck stop or, you know, want to use my bottle, everything I need is in here. I grab it and go.
Right. Very nice.
And this is what I put my sleeping bag in. And the reason I did that is because when I'm sitting inside, I use it as a backrest. And I always carry 2 sleeping bags. The nights here have been what I call double bagger nights,
Right.
where I
We
put
got
my
some
sleeping
holes.
bag inside of my sleeping bag, and that's how I've kept warm.
We've been in the 30s
Yeah.
on a few nights. Yeah,
I have not been
absolutely.
cold. My best and most favorite investment is the Yeti cooler.
Right.
I have had ice in there for 7 days.
So you bought this bag of ice a week ago.
Correct.
And you still have ice. That is really something. Because it is getting up into the 70s during the day.
It was a $300 investment, but it eliminated the need for a refrigerator
Right.
when I'm on the road. I only have to shop once a week, get fresh food, and I
Right.
can store it in here for a week safely.
Right.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to know where you potty. It's always something. There it is.
And it's very simple for me to open that up and go to the bathroom at night.
Mm-hmm.
And if I want to sit in there, I just take it and set it up on top of my bed. And then I make my little chair. And I sit in there.
Wonderful little home for a week or 2 or a month or
Yep.
2 or 3.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping 3 months this summer.
Right.
I bought some screen,
Just a standard piece of screen.
standard width, and it just happened to fit really well on the back.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then I went to, don't you just love the dollar store?
Yeah. It's all you need.
2 reasons. Cheap.
Yes.
You can get 4 for $1.
Right.
Second reason, woman's grip.
Yes.
Women don't have a stronger grip, so I can take it off and put it on easily.
So you just unfold the, it's probably 48 inches
Yes.
or 36, one or the other, whichever fits your rig,
Yes.
and roll it
can cut
open.
it. It's
Or
easy
you
to
could cut it, but
Yeah.
this is not even cut. This is just the whole thing.
Yes.
And you just clamp it on. Well, Debra, thank you so much.
You're
So this is a dream come true for you.
Yes, it is.
Cheap, free travel all over the country.
Yes.
And you didn't spend tens, hundreds of thousands of dollars on an RV. Tell us, summarize for us how much you spent.
$3,200.
$3,200 for everything we see here.
The vehicle and all of its contents.
And the Yeti, that was probably the most expensive.
That
thing.
was the most expensive thing. Those are $300.
Right.
But ice is expensive.
Yes,
You
it
can
does.
pay $3 a bag for ice.
Right.
I had a Coleman before. No slam against Coleman. They're fine for a weekend. But the ice would only last a day.
Right.
And
So
I
for
didn't-
$3,200, you've got all the traveling you want to do.
Yes.
That's just great.
I can go anywhere. It's 4-wheel drive too, so
Right.
that helps.
And that does make a big difference, especially back on BLM land.
Oh, I've gone all through Anza Borrego.
Yeah,
And I go down in the canyons and everywhere.
which is really an amazingly beautiful place.
Yes, it is.
Well, Debra, thank you so much for sharing your home and your wonderful ideas. And, you found a way to make your life better and richer and maybe even a future way of life. Who knows?
Who knows?
Yep, it's
Who
up to you.
knows? All right.
So,
Pleasure.
folks, I think I hope you've got some ideas, some inspiration. I see this just overflowing with inspiration. And Debra's motto was, I can do this. and it should be your motto too.
Yes.
You can do this.
Women power.
Women power. So folks, if you like this, like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you later.